So we're Kalina for warmth.
What?
I meant, like, snuggling up.
Oh.
Like, in layers of clothing. That came out a lot weirder than I intended. There you go, fanfic writers.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep, there it is. So yeah, I just want to make it clear I'm not totally immune to happiness. Just want to make that note clear. So we just got out of Moana. I thought that was pretty cute.
It was cute. And like I said, it was nice to be able to watch a movie that isn't, like, about princesses being pressured into marrying a prince or, like, falling in love with somebody. Like, there wasn't any of that BS. And, like, for me, it's nice to, like, because growing up, that's all.
Yeah, Disney's been kind of moving away from that lately with the last few movies.
But there was still, like, romance in them. Except for Brave.
And Frozen.
No, Frozen, she still ended up with Kristoff, or whatever his name is.
Okay, that's true.
So, there was still, like, romance in it. And so, like,
Big Hero 6 didn't have any romance.
Actually, I haven't seen that one.
Okay, well, that one does not have any romance.
Well, that's good.
It has kind of sort of punching things. And not. Anyway, Big Hero 6... Wreck-It Ralph didn't technically have a romance.
True. But those aren't princess movies.
Fair.
Moana's a princess.
Not fair. Not true. In Wreck-It Ralph, the girl did turn out to be a princess at the end.
True.
Spoiler if you haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph, I guess.
Fair.
But no, Moana, it's very cute. It's cuddly. It's beautiful.
It is really,
it's
really...
a gorgeous fucking movie.
Yeah. The animation was incredible. Like, even, like, the tattoos, like, looked like tattoos.
Yeah, I felt like they were trying to kind of sort of be Robin Williams' Genie a little bit with the tattoos. I don't know if you got that vibe, too. Maybe just me.
Well, with... What's-his-faces?
Dwayne Johnson.
With Maui's, yeah. But, like, the other ones were, like...
Oh, no, I mean, like...
I'm talking about, like, how they were done in the sense of, like, when they showed the skin, like, it looked like a tattoo.
Gotcha.
Like, the way... Because tattoos look a specific way. Like, when they're healed and everything, they're sort of... Like, they were kind of, like... I don't know. As someone who has a shit ton of tattoos, like, I was like, oh, wow, they actually, like, it looks like a tattoo.
No, like, everything, like, the colors are bright and vibrant, the ocean animation's, like, amazing, like,
very fluid.
The textures and the lighting, all of that looks absolutely gorgeous. Story-wise, like, yeah, there's no love interest, which I liked about that. I did see, like, a bunch of other Disney tropes in here that kind of bother me, but I can tell that Disney's, like, trying to kind of stretch out from that a little bit.
What is it that bothered you?
Well, like, I noticed kind of like a reverse Little Mermaid a little bit in the beginning, where, like, it's about a girl who's kind of sort of a princess, but not in this case, who doesn't really belong, who longs for something more. Except in Little Mermaid, it was her wanting to go to land, and this one it's a girl who's on land and wants to go to sea.
But it was like... Ariel was motivated by her, like, infatuation with the prince.
Her lady boner. She was motivated by her lady boner.
Wanting to, like, sail the sea and, like, follow her dreams of whatever. And, like, so I feel like that was very different.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not saying it's bad, because, like, even, like, the tropes are there, I would hardly call this, like, I'd say this is a pretty solid Disney movie. Frozen's probably still a little better if I have to compare them. But... most of the songs I thought were at least a little catchy, except for one.
I hated it.
Which... You
oh my god, person. It was so annoying.
Really? You just don't like Hawaiian music, or?
No, I didn't like the crab.
Oh, the crab. Oh yeah, the crab was awful.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, I thought you meant like all the songs in the movie were awful. I'm like, wow.
I just remember when the crab started singing, and I was like, no, please.
I had the hot fuzz reaction. This guy's eyes get really wide, just kind of like, what is happening here? Okay, we're dealing this now. Okay, I'm just gonna tough this out. And then you're gonna go, do you like the song? I'm like, no, I did not, Mr. Crab. I did not like the song.
Which is too bad, because I think it could have been...
Like Steve Buscemi Crab.
I think it could have been a good scene in the sense of...
The rain's coming down right now, guys. Yeah. So if you hear that, I can do nothing about it.
Like, I thought the colors were really cool with the, like, when the lights went out and it was, like, all very, like, fluorescent.
I guess it's like someone in Disney said they need an obligatory villain song, but there's no real villain in this movie. Yeah. So they went with some random ass crab that looks kind of like Steve Buscemi, and or kind of like what was the name of the accountant from Mulan?
Oh, I can't remember his name, but yeah, I know.
That kind of looks a little like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie's about an ancient legend, apparently, where Maui, played by Dwayne Johnson, stole the heart of this universe's equivalent of Gaia, basically. And just basically takes away who created life, and now taking her heart means that all darkness will slowly consume everyone except her island for the time being, because it hasn't reached her yet, apparently. Which makes you wonder how many islands are in this world. It kind of made me wonder that a bit. Because if it's the Hawaiian Islands, there's really not a whole lot of, distance between them. But that's me being nitpicky. So Moana, on the other hand, is this girl who's kind of a princess and kind of not, according to the movie.
She's the daughter of the chief.
Which,
so
by Disney standards, makes her a princess.
By Disney standards, probably makes her a princess, but...
Even though there was no, it's not a princess.
She even says it, in the movie, she's like, I'm not a princess!
God damn it! It's like, everyone shut up, I'm not a fucking princess.
Yeah.
And her 2 animal sidekicks. Which I did like the nod to that.
That was pretty funny.
From Dwayne Johnson, I thought that was
funny.
funny.
You have an animal sidekick, that makes you a princess.
Which, I'm not really sure why they went with the chicken as the one that followed the entire time.
I thought it was going to be the pig the entire beginning
I thought the pig was cuter, so I was kind of hoping for the pigs, but no, we got the chicken. And I feel like even the movie, towards the end, became words yeah, we know it's stupid. Yeah. But we were told we needed an animal somewhere, and the chicken was easier to animate, so...
I don't know. Maybe because of the whole, chicken eating the... Although that scene wasn't necessary.
But which came first, the pig or the chicken?
I still like the scene where, Moana eats the pork, and she's like, oh, that's some good pork... Oh.
The pig looks so, sad. It's funny, because I just watched, an episode of Steven Universe where Pumpkin comes alive because reasons. Don't think about it too much. And he goes oh, I know how to do pumpkins. He starts savagely carving a pumpkin. And it's shot like a horror film. The pumpkin dog thing looks off into horror as he's viciously dumping out all the little bits on the ground, carving out its face. I was holy shit. Just watch Halloween for the first time, basically. Anyway, but yeah, but then you realize that the darkness is slowly captured them, and thanks to her crazy sensei grandmother, and you knew
she was awesome.
She was cool.
I liked her.
Somebody had to die in this movie, and I was all right, who's gonna bite it first?
Well, right, that's the trope of motivation.
And Disney hates parents. Disney just wants them fucking dead.
Well, that was the grandparent. Well, I guess it's somebody's parents.
It's somebody's parents.
So
the dad's parent, and the granddaughter somehow got the more emotional goodbye than the dad did. I guess Dad doesn't care as much, but it's okay. It worked narratively. It worked. But the grandma was fun. She was kooky, just enough that it wasn't obnoxious, but just okay, she's lovable. She doesn't really give a shit. Kind of respect that. But she's the one that says, follow your heart, and all the other typical Disney fluff. Which, again, isn't bad. It works in this movie. That's why I was kind of I'm seeing the tropes, but I'm surprisingly not as annoyed by the tropes as I ordinarily would be.
Yeah.
So it's doing something right. Okay. And then it turns out when the darkness finally reaches them, she has to go find Maui, and together they're gonna save the universe, save the world from the evil giant lava monster. And yeah, that's the basic plot of the movie. Meanwhile, Maui can shapeshift. They've had to find his hook, which leads them to a cavern of monsters, which leads to the most iffy part of the movie.
Yeah.
Which is because I was on board for most of the movie, and then that scene happened. I'm kind of how long does this go on for?
I think if they just didn't make it a music scene and kept it being a fight, an action scene, that would have been cool. Yes,
I would have been okay with that. But then again, they also haven't had a song in a while, so they needed a song at some point. It gets to meet their song quota.
Yeah.
So we got the crab scene about how he had shiny things on his back. In a way, that was the part I was okay. I think that was the only time I checked my phone was when that scene came up. I was okay, how much longer you got in this?
I felt very detached from the movie when I was oh, please make it stop, please,
please. It's trying to be self-aware and quirky about it, but at the same time, it's this is still a bad song.
Yeah.
And I know some people's this movie is perfect. This movie's there's nothing wrong. It's really? What about the crab scene? Are we just ignoring the crab scene right now?
That.
I feel I got crabs from watching the crab scene. it was not pleasant. And I'll admit, like, there were some cool visuals in there.
Because I was just thinking, like if you mirror it with Kubo and the Two Strings when they were trying to get the sword off of that, like, skeleton's back.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was just an action scene, and they were trying, like, that, like, that's what I was thinking in my head was gonna happen there. It was like they were just gonna, like, fight him and try and, like, get it. But then it turned into a quirky, like, you know, music number, and I was really disappointed, I guess.
Yeah, but it was, I would say it's the only bad song in the movie, though.
Yeah.
All the other songs are pretty solid, I would say. Even, like, again, I feel like they're kind of trying to make Dwayne Johnson's character into kind of like a replacement for Robin Williams' Genie a little bit. Because I feel like he did kind of have a You Got a Friend in Me song. You've never had a friend like me song when his first introduction. Which,
talking about how amazing he is.
Which Dwayne Johnson can sing. Who knew? Like,
yes,
apparently there's
actually pretty surprised.
Like, there is nothing that man cannot fucking do at this point. It's kind of not fair.
It cracked me up every time you would see the eyebrow raise in his animated characters. Like, even in the animals that he was turned into, he would do the eyebrow raise.
You could see the Dwayne Johnson face.
Yeah.
And, like, no, like, he did a pretty good job in this movie, too.
Yeah.
God, like, Dwayne Johnson can do just about fucking anything, and it's kind of not fair. He's as big as a goddamn mountain.
Yeah.
He's charming as shit. He can genuinely act.
Yeah.
And now he can sing.
Yeah.
God damn it, Dwayne Johnson. Why do I have to love you so much? Although I will say, I've yet to see a Disney character this in love with his own boobs. Or in muscles in any Disney movie I've ever seen.
I mean, he basically talked to his own tattoos.
He talked to his tits quite frequently. And I don't usually do that in public, but...
I mean... To each their own, I guess.
There's even a part where he's like, "It's okay, buddy, I love you."
Yeah.
Because his tattoos
he even like
moving.
high five, fist bump, like yeah.
And he like flexes his boob to make it go away and shit. And just kind of like, okay, just gotta roll with this. But yeah, like it's a fun run. It's good for kids. The kids, our audience loved it.
Yeah.
But
Everyone was clapping.
Dear God, it's coming down. Jesus. Like, it made me feel good. Like,
yeah,
overall,
I really liked it, and I think that if they continue on and make more, because Disney likes to do that, I'm like trying to figure out what they would do.
I mean, we've gotten past the straight to VHS horror years from like the early 2000s, where everything got a fucking sequel.
But I think they're doing that with everything.
Are they doing that with everything? I know they got Wreck-It Ralph 2 is in the works.
Yep.
Frozen 2 is in the works, because,
and this is doing really well.
Big Hero 6 2 would make sense, actually.
This movie's making a lot of money, and so anytime they see something that makes them a lot of money, they're like, oh, let's make more money by making more.
Well, to be fair, it's Disney. They can make money just sneezing on a napkin and giving it to somebody.
That's disgusting.
It is disgusting, but at this point, Disney owns fucking everything.
But,
they don't necessarily need another franchise.
We haven't talked about it yet, but the fact that they added another Disney character or storyline with people of color.
Yes,
which is a big deal, because... I mean, other than Princess and the Frog, Big Hero 6...
Mulan.
Well, obviously Mulan, but even that was like we're not even go into the inaccuracies of all of that. But like
Disney is
also
inaccurate.
Like Pocahontas, right?
Yeah,
there's like Pocahontas, Mulan, and like all that, where there's like all kinds of.
I'm not talking about inaccurate. Let's talk about the Little Mermaid, all right?
There's all kinds of like problematic things about Disney, actually, but that's a whole other conversation. But just
fuck, let's get into it. Let's talk about how Disney is wrong in every way.
Disney is racist. Disney is misogynistic. Disney is. I probably shouldn't be saying all these things, because what if someday I need a job and they're like, remember that time you said all these awful things about Disney? Well, I stick by all of them.
Fuck you guys.
With conviction.
That would imply anyone watches this.
True, you're right. Well, if I become famous someday and someone Googles my name and this video pops up.
Excuse me, if you become famous, it's because you're in my videos.
Wow. First of all, if I become famous, I'd like to think it's to my own volition. And
I'm saying it's a mutual effort. It's a mutual effort.
I'm not saying I'd become famous through this. I'm saying I could become famous in another way.
This is true. But I'm just
and then
saying.
someone's like Googling me because I was famous in whatever realm, and then
they'll find the fan fiction.
They'll find the fan fiction. The multiple times apparently Karina and I have had sleepovers.
Yes, and granted, I in the closet watching, and somehow did not turn to slasher fiction.
Yeah, exactly.
Which we appreciate. I want to be clear. I don't want to read
maybe
that.
you. Just kidding.
I don't see myself that way.
I only see myself as successful if I have some crazy fanfic written about me.
Well, you're welcome.
It doesn't have to be true, but...
You are welcome. You're welcome.
But anyways, it was nice to see like a cast of people of color in the movie.
Yeah, like the main girl who plays Moana is actually Hawaiian, I think.
I believe so. She's definitely either Hawaiian or some sort of...
Like Samoan.
Like...
Not Samoan.
Some sort of Pacific Islander.
Yeah.
But I can't remember exactly. I didn't do enough research. But I'm fairly certain Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is also some sort of
yes
Pacific Islander.
He's not just very tan.
Yeah, right. But I don't actually know who the other voice actors are. I didn't pay attention. I didn't do enough research.
Yeah, neither did I. I just know those two ones that they're making this big deal out of.
Yeah.
I don't know what other celebrity voices are in there, if there are any, to be honest, because most of them did sound fairly authentic. Which means, like, I don't think they had too many big names attached to this one.
Right.
Outside of the directors, apparently, which directed a bunch of more classic Disney movies. But yeah, no, I agree. Like, I think it is culture. I like that they're branching out and they're trying different
things. They even had, like, full-on songs in Hawaiian.
Well, that's not the first time they've done that, to be fair.
Lilo and Stitch, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen often.
This is true.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, to be fair, when you think about it, Lilo and Stitch had the first transgender character.
Who was it?
Remember the guy with the one eye? He always dressed up as a woman?
Okay, but...
It's more debatable.
Cross-dressing doesn't always equate to being trans, though.
He was very comfortable in those clothes, though.
I'd say he had potentially a different gender expression, but...
Maybe.
That doesn't mean that...
People who are more... I'm sure someone has made this theory, so let me out, because I'm actually genuinely curious.
So that'd be interesting. I mean, it would be nice to have trans representation. I just don't know if that's the case, but... That would be nice.
One day.
Although I have to admit, when we were watching the trailers and when Sing came on and it was one of the porcupines walked in, I'm assuming on their partner with somebody else. I'm assuming that's what that was. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
I low key thought for a fraction of a second that it was the mom walking in on two women porcupines, and I was like, oh, maybe there'll be some queer representation. Nope. And I was like, no.
No, it's just BoJack.
I was like, that would have been a way better storyline. She got kicked out for falling in love with a woman, and then we decided to go and be a rock star.
We're talking about illumination here, all right? Don't expect controversy.
People freaked out. I just want queer representation in movies.
People freaked out when Finding Dory had a blink and you miss it
lesbian.
I
know.
Couple in there. You okay there?
It makes me so mad.
I'm just tired of seeing that fucking trailer. I've seen them
I've only seen it
movie.
Twice.
Well, Lucky
I
you.
haven't seen a movie in a very long time, so.
I know. Well, welcome back. Because you somehow missed out on Medea.
Thank God.
I have not forgotten that. My retribution will be swift.
Hey, who paid for your movie today?
That does not make up for leaving me to see Moana, Medea by myself.
Hey, I saw Dirty Grandpa with you.
This is true.
So don't say that I've never gone out of my way to see a shitty
But imagine
movie
watching Dirty Grandpa by yourself.
I would never do that to myself. You choose to do this to yourself.
I know. Don't put this back on me.
It's not my fault you're masochistic.
Well, you're right, but...
Of course I'm right.
But it was you to go, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it, I'm sick.
Well, I'm sorry that I've been dying. No big deal.
No drama there at all.
I'm pretty dramatic.
It's okay. I'm just giving you shit. But one day, I will have my revenge.
That's fair.
Anyway. But no, Moana, I recommend it. I think it's a good movie.
I also agree with that.
yeah, so I can't really say much else. I'm going to go into spoiler territory, so let's talk about trailers.
Well, it was pretty, like...
It's a cut and dry Disney movie.
Exactly, I was going to say, there's not really much in the way of spoilers. Like, it's all very predictable.
Yeah.
You know, but...
honestly, I kept expecting Dwayne Johnson to be the villain, if anything. I was waiting for that twist.
I wasn't.
Yeah, because I felt they kind of foreshadowed that in the very beginning of the movie.
Slightly.
So I was kind of worried, like, is that... I knew there was a twist coming.
Right.
It was more like, all right, who's going to turn out to be what?
Right.
It's like, okay, well... And not to mention, can we talk about the ocean for a bit now that I think about it?
Sure.
In that it was kind of inconsistent on how it wanted to help and when. Mm-hmm. Thoughts on that? Did that bother you at all? Because it kind of bugged me.
I feel like it didn't necessarily make sense, but at the same time, they acknowledge it in the movie. Like, when it wasn't helping, she'd be like, hey, Ocean, why aren't you helping me? Ocean, please! Ocean, please!
And we never got an answer why. Ocean's
Yeah.
just a dick.
I don't know. I literally don't know. There was no answer to that, but...
Ocean's an asshole. A benevolent, evil asshole. That says, you're going on this incredibly dangerous journey. Here's a storm, Blash.
Yeah.
It's like, you could solve all the problems of this movie in 5 fucking seconds if you wanted to. But you're deliberately making this harder.
Just send in the giant eagles and fly her in.
Well, we do have Dwayne Johnson that can transform into a giant eagle.
That's what I'm saying.
So
And then...
who can conveniently fly over the entire thing the
ring
entire time?
Into Mount Doom, you know? Practically the same thing.
Now, honestly-
Going on a journey to deliver a jewel to a burning hot thing.
I know, and then they make a big deal about how Dwayne Johnson can't really beat the giant lava monster protecting it. And there was like, you could have flown over the thing this entire fucking time. You give me this bullshit. Bleh. Nitpicking asshole nonsense. But yeah, not a perfect movie. I think I've seen better Disney movies the past couple of years. Mostly Frozen, because at least I thought that kind of deliberately pointed out and made fun of Disney tropes, which I kind of respected. Even though it still gave into some of them.
Yeah.
But,
Frozen was good. But yeah, let's just go to trailers. I'm like, I don't know, distracted.
by what, dare I ask?
Thinking about how I'm gonna have to ride my bike to work in the rain.
If you want, I could just give you a ride.
And then I'll still have to make it home eventually. And I get off work at 12:30 tonight. So hopefully it's
Well, I can save you one ride if you want.
Possibly. I might take you up on that. Although I don't start until 5, but that's fine. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, so we got a shit ton of fucking trailers.
Yes.
I got the trailer for The Space Between Us again.
Stupid.
Oh, you're not looking forward to that one?
No. So stupid.
It could be fun.
Stupid.
It's got Gary Oldman. you can make it fun.
Oh, I'm from Mars and I'm going to Earth to pursue my one true love, and oh no, I can't live on Earth because my body has adjusted to the atmosphere on Mars, so now I'm dying and I must go back to Mars, but I love you and I have to make this decision of whether or not I stay with you, the one that I love, or go back to Mars so that I can live. There, I just summed up the entire movie for you, and it's stupid. It's stupid. Sounds like a fanfiction.
I want you to do that kind of description for every movie now.
Okay. Challenge accepted. If I can remember them.
No, if you do that for monster trucks.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Is that what's next?
That was the next one. Yeah, that was the one like, yeah, that's a January movie. That seems about right. Oh, God.
I'm a guy and I have a truck, and I was working on my truck when I found a big hole in my truck, and little did I know there was a big slimy tentacle monster in my truck. But little did I know it was a friendly tentacle monster. And from there on out, it drove my car for me. The end. There's the movie.
That movie just feels like a cynical excuse to sell toys. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That one.
It looks like a Disney movie that you would see on like Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Versus like in the theater.
With the bigger budget and Havoc from X-Men.
Oh yeah, I was like, what was he in? Duh. I forgot.
First Class and all those movies. But yeah, that one's like, okay, that's just one I'm gonna have to go see.
Stupid.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I saw a trailer, it's like, oh Jesus. Not as much. And then I got Sing trailer, of course, which I've talked about a million fucking times, and I'm just so
We're
fucking
all a
tired
bunch
of
of outcasts, and we just want to sing.
Which,
So
like,
we're gonna pursue our dreams despite it all. There's a movie.
What voice was that?
I'm just choosing random voices for each one.
Smurfs, go.
I don't know why part of me wants to go into like an Irish or like Scottish.
Well, once upon a time, there were a bunch of blue people in a village that had only one female in the entire village. Should they go out to find a lost village, presumably with women so they can fuck? The end.
Basically, yeah.
I see Bren's like, is this entire movie about the Smurfs trying to get laid? Is that what the entire movie is about? Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be we're just gonna draw straws, see who gets to go see that one. They get trailers over that, leaned over to you and go, are you down? Like, no.
No.
And then we got Hidden Figures, surprisingly, in a Disney movie.
I was actually surprised too, which I think I love all of those women, and so I think they're gonna do great. And when I saw Janelle Monáe, I was like, there's Bae. Bae's gonna...
That looks like a good movie, although it has Sheldon Cooper in there, which leaves me a little skeptical. But
yeah, I don't care for him.
I don't like him either.
I'm
sure he's a fine actor, but he's getting these shitty roles.
Yeah, because I hate Big Bang Theory.
So do I. I don't... My parents... I don't get my parents like it. My parents don't get why I don't like it.
That's what a lot of people say to me, too. They're like, oh, you'll love it. You're a nerd. And I'm like...
That's exactly the problem.
Yeah,
that's exactly the problem. Yeah. It is nerd blackface. It is what that is.
I hate it, but...
I think someone described it best for me was when I saw, like, somebody, like, record a clip of it for a second there. It's just like, okay, time for the Transformers G.I. Joe Smurfs game, go. It's like, that wasn't a joke! You just listed a bunch of shit! Like, yeah. That's about my feelings. All of my feelings and why I hate them.
Yeah.
So, Hidden Figures looks good. I know Muha really wants to go see that one, so he kind of called dibs. So if you want to come along, you're more than welcome.
We'll see what my life is like then. I can't think that far in advance. I didn't even know I was going to go today, and then, like, last night, I just happened to be awake when you posted, and I was like, yeah, well, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, here now, lass. Then we got Lego Batman. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah. Just because it's Will Arnett being Batman.
Yeah, what's wrong? Will Arnett really has come into my radar in a big way the past couple years. Between Lego Batman and BoJack Horseman.
Still haven't gotten into that yet, but...
You gotta fight through the first season.
That's what you've told me before.
I know, and I'm saying it again because you need to watch it.
But, yeah, I think that'll be good. I liked the first Lego movie, so...
I did too. I was like, when I heard Lego Batman, I was like, this could go either way. Because Warner Brothers has it like, oh, we have this cool intellectual property. What can we do with it? Let's just throw it in the ground. Yeah. Look at you, Batman vs. Superman. And probably The Flash.
Still haven't seen Batman vs. Superman.
Don't.
Yeah, I don't have, like, any kind of, like, motivation to.
I gotta watch the extended version. Because I know a lot of people have asked me about it. It's like, oh, it makes the movie good. I'm like... I'll watch it. You're not gonna like what I think about it, but I'll watch it. Although I'm trying to keep an open mind. But anyway, then we got Born in China, which is a new Disney nature movie.
Those little snow leopards are so cute.
I like how it said the most Disney-esque narration possible for the movie.
Although my favorite, not gonna lie, I definitely own the African Cats one. But that's because I've always had an obsession with like African safari and like lions specifically, and it follows like lions and like cheetahs and other animals in the African safari, and that's narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Nice.
And so, worth.
I saw the Bears one. That was one I saw in theaters.
I haven't seen any of the other ones. I only saw the African Cats one.
I know, like, they do this weird thing. They try to add, like, character names and a story into a nature documentary, which I thought was kind of a bit odd.
Well, if they're, like... I guess if they're following them for a certain amount of time, it makes sense to name them so that you know what their names are. Like,
there was Bear 1 walking along the creek, followed by Bear 2.
Which isn't going to sound as good, right? So.
And then I think what was the exact quote for the narration for this trailer? It made me chuckle to myself. He goes, it's a place untouched by man, but it's a place even closer to your heart. Disney's Nature's Born in China.
I forgot. I think I was too busy
Looking like, oh, look
looking
at the
at the
kitties.
snow leopards.
Look at the
They were like little tiny snow leopards with just little paws, and I just want to keep them with me all the way. That sounded like freaking Bill Cosby.
Oh, God.
I just want to keep them with me always.
Old school Bill Cosby. Now creepy in jail
That's
Bill
what
Cosby.
That's what I meant.
And then we got Beauty and the Beast.
I like Emma Watson, so I'm curious to see where that goes.
I don't know.
I'm curious to see where it goes. Although I don't. Beauty and the Beast has always been problematic to me, but I
Stockholm
still...
Syndrome, the movie?
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, I feel conflicted, because there's, like, the part of me that's like, this is wrong, and, like, the whole moral of the story, there's, like, too many problematic things in it. But I'm still curious to see, like, if they decide... I mean, oh, look, a rainbow.
Oh. Yeah, it's been raining, but now the sun is coming up again, and...
Aww.
That's pretty. Anyway, diversion aside, snow leopards and rainbows. That's what Amarissa's attention overall.
I mean, that makes sense.
Just what breaches your icy.
So, right? There's a theme here.
Oh, that's what pierces your cold heart.
True.
Your self-professed cold heart. I'm gonna stop being an asshole friend for saying that. So I'll make that clear. I'm not that much of a jerk. But anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. It'll be interesting to see how, like, Emma Watson does, because she's a very like outspoken feminist. So I feel like she would maybe hopefully have some say in, like, the direction of where it actually goes, versus, like, the original, like, Disney animated film that was very much like, here's all the things that were abusive, and, like, all the awful things that this person did to you.
Like, that is one thing I did like about Frozen, to give credit where credit's due, is the fact that one song that I liked that everyone else hated was the gnomes, like, was the troll song. Because it literally pointed out, it's like, you know, loving someone's not going to change them. I like that about that movie. But I digress. My problem with these live-action Disney adaptations is that they usually take what was, like, they try to recreate the cartoon ones and somehow just do it without any real character or heart to them. And for some people eat them up, and I don't get why, because Cinderella sucked.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
And Jungle Book sucked.
Also didn't watch that.
Like, I'm watching these have like 97% around to me, and I'm like, what are you seeing that I'm not here? Because I'm seeing no connection to characters. I'm seeing, regardless of your opinion of the original movies, whatever they may be, it's like, these movies just, like, I don't feel any connection to anyone in these movies. And for this one in particular, I'm really concerned because, like, okay, there's a reason you get away with talking objects in a cartoon movie, because animation lets you get away with that. When you do it in a live-action movie, it looks really creepy and off-putting. Like, the candlestick looks horrifying. The clock isn't that far off. The teacup looks particularly just unsettling.
That's fair.
This feels like a Guillermo del Toro movie. Like Pan's Labyrinth, maybe? Like the sequel? Just with talking object. I have expected, like, the eye hand monster
the girl who
to show up.
She grew up and became Belle.
That would actually make a lot of sense. She just happens to find the Beast.
Yeah.
And the Beast, which, to be fair, uses what looks like somewhat practical effects, which I respect. I will say, I'm looking forward to seeing Dracula as Gaston.
Oh.
That might be worth it a little bit. But even then, like, I keep saying, like, shot-for-shot remakes of scenes from the cartoon. I'm like, if you're just gonna remake the cartoon movie, why bother remaking it at all?
I don't know.
I don't get it either. But
because
Disney
they're
wants to make
running out.
money.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're running out of ideas, so they just.
Well, clearly not entirely out of ideas. We got Moana. We got
right, but I imagine trying to get to that point wasn't as easy as, let's just remake something that was already successful, versus let's try all these things that we haven't done yet that could be risky and not make any money.
But it's Disney. In worst case, they just fall back on a Marvel movie and they're fine.
And they're making so much money. They should take
They own
they should take way more risks.
They have Marvel. They own the Muppets. They own, like, God knows, fuck ABC, fucking everything. There's not a whole lot they don't own at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you ever see that epic rap battle between Stan Lee and the creator of the Muppets?
No.
I'll show it to you later because that's a twist at the end. That's pretty great. And then the last trailer we got was for Cars 3.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
The
that.
teaser for Cars 3, which is like, it's trying to Dark Knight it a little bit. And the only way they can do that would win me over, is if the movie starts with Larry the Cable Guy getting crushed by a huge boulder. And then lit on fire and exploding.
I don't even remember, is this the third one?
This is the third one.
I feel like I saw, actually I don't think I saw the second one.
Good.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I
at
did
all.
see the second one, and it sucks. People have been poking the bear with me on this movie since it was announced. Like, people's like, "Hey, Michael, Cars 3 just got announced," and I'm like, "Fuck off."
Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, if you make me see it, I'll go see it. But like, I don't care enough to like
If
go
I
see
make
it.
you.
I don't care enough to go see it.
No, neither do I, but I'm gonna see it anyway, because I'm the masochist. I'm looking forward to The Incredibles 2. That's coming out.
When is that coming out?
I think it got bumped up, actually. I think I traded out with Toy Story 4, so next year or the year after.
Okay, I was like, you still didn't give me a time, Dave.
I'm thinking, calm down. And then, we forgot to talk about the short we got before this movie.
Oh, I forgot about that.
The one was like, it's the heart versus the mind.
Yeah.
What did you think?
It wasn't my favorite out of the animations that I've seen in the past, but I thought it was still, like, cute, and I think it's kind of relevant in the sense of, like, the whole following your heart thing, because it was parallel to, like, Moana in the sense of, like, follow your heart.
See, I'm always a fan of the comic stripper shows the heart that's super eager, and the brain's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like the one who says that heart just broken and shattered, and your brain just comes up like, didn't I tell you that was a bad idea?
Yeah.
But this one, apparently, you just turn everything into an impromptu dance party.
Yeah.
To the power of rhythmic typing.
Yes.
Because sure. And it was cute. But I like paper. I think what was the one they released with the paper one?
With the paper airplanes?
Yeah, the paper airplanes.
I like that one a lot.
That was good. And even like the puppy one they released, I think, with Big Hero 6, I think it was.
I didn't see Big Hero 6, so I don't know what that one is.
You would like it. I think it's called Feast, but it's cute. That's another cute one. This one's kind of down there, but it's like, it's well animated enough. And then I think that was the last trailer we got. So, you got any final thoughts for Moana?
Just go see it.
Yeah.
Go see
It's
it.
cute.
If you are looking for like a family-friendly movie to take your kids to, or your friends, or you just want to go see it yourself, go see it. It's good.
Yeah, we actually have like a lot of good movies out right now, so now's actually a really good time to go see movies. Because you got this, you have Arrival, you have The Fantastic Beasts, you got Edge of 17, which is like, it's unprecedented this year. Like, this year has just been a bad year for good movies, so...
Yeah.
I guess they just wait to dump them all around Thanksgiving weekend, so I'll take it. So yeah, I think that's all we got. So late tomorrow, I'm probably gonna see either Bad Santa 2 or Allied.
I don't know what the second one is, but that sounds awful.
It's like a Brad Pitt World War II movie with Talia al Ghul from Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio's wife from Inception.
I'd probably know who it was if I saw, but
Yeah, she has like a very unique voice and. Anyway.
Okay, sure, yeah.
All right, sure, whatever. All right, so I think it's all we got. So see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.